Okay, so you're driven.
Yeah.
You're a high performer. Maybe you're out there on the field or crushing it in the boardroom, or maybe you're a coach helping others reach their potential. But no matter what you do, you just get it. You understand that constant push to be better, right? And today we're going to really get into something that might seem counterintuitive at first glance. We're talking about why taking those chances, the things a lot of us try to avoid, are actually the key to unlocking serious growth.
Yeah.
So we're diving deep into Coach Ed Padalecki's work, his piece, Boats Aren't Meant for Harbors. And what we really want to understand here is why Coach Padalecki believes that playing it safe, staying in that comfort zone, can actually be way more damaging than facing a setback, especially for people like you who are always striving to achieve more.
Right off the bat, Coach Padalecki really grabs you with this quote from Mark Twain. Remember the one? 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did. Let that sink in for a second. It's all about how we view regret in the long run.
Yeah, and it's not just some motivational quote either. It's backed by real research staff. Coach Padalecki brings in some points from the myths of happiness. And what's fascinating is this idea that as humans, we're incredibly resilient. We tend to overestimate, like way overestimate, how much failure will hurt us and how long we'll feel bad about it. It's like we brace for this huge emotional hit, but the truth is we bounce back so much faster than we think.
That's it. And for high performers always pushing their boundaries, that fear of failing big time can be a total roadblock. It keeps you stuck in your comfort zone. Coach Padalecki saying that those what ifs, the regret of never even trying, can eat away at you so much more than the actual experience of falling short.
And this leads us to a powerful idea that Coach Padalecki uses, the safe harbor. What's your safe harbor right now? That thing that feels comfy and predictable, even maybe a little too easy. What's keeping you from venturing out and going after those big dreams?
Think about what you get from that harbor. Sure, you get safety, maybe some predictability, but that's kind of it. Coach Padalecki hits us with this metaphor: boats aren't meant for harbors. And it's so true. A boat's not made to just sit there. It's meant for the open water. That's where the real journey is, the adventure, the discovery. That's where you find your true purpose.
And Coach Padalecki makes it crystal clear. The growth we're talking about, the kind that really propels you forward, it doesn't happen in that cozy harbor. It's out there facing the waves, navigating the unexpected. It's in the doing the trying, the overcoming that we build real strength.
Yeah, and that resilience we talked about earlier, Coach Padalecki, is basically saying you got to trust that you've weathered storms before in your work and your personal life. You have that ability to handle whatever comes your way. Staying in the harbor might feel safe, but it also prevents you from proving to yourself just how strong you are.
So Coach Padalecki gives us this challenge, a two-part challenge. First, figure out what your safe harbor is. What dream or goal are you putting off because you're scared? Or maybe just because it's easier to stay where you are. And second, chart your course. What's one small thing you can do today to start moving in that direction? It doesn't have to be this massive leap, just something to get you off the dock.
I think that focus on taking action right away, even a small action, is really important. It breaks you out of that fear paralysis. That first step, even if it seems insignificant, is a sign that you're shifting from just thinking about your goals to actually pursuing them.
And Coach Padalecki's main message is this: the potential disappointment of never setting sail, of always playing it safe, is probably going to hurt a lot more than any temporary setback you might face along the way. He's reminding you you've got what it takes.
In the end, Coach Padalecki gives us this really hopeful perspective. The biggest risk for driven people like you might not be failure. It might be that untapped potential, the dreams left unrealized, because you decided to stay in a harbor of your own making.
So here's something to think about. What feels like a safe and secure harbor in your life right now? What if that harbor is actually blocking your view of this vast ocean of possibilities out there? Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks.
Really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right, until next time.